Sunscreens are now a leading cause of skin cancer because people are slathering it on their skin and they absorb that stuff. The other problem that happens, they wash off that stuff with soap, so they soap their whole body afterwards to get it off, and with it they get rid of all the vitamin D that incidentally or accidentally may have been created on the skin. When you use soap after sunbathing, let's say even without sunscreens, if you just make vitamin D, make sure you don't use soap to wash your skin except under the arms and in the genital area where the sun doesn't go anywhere and the vitamin D is not made. You don't want to wash it off because the vitamin D stays on your skin for up to 48 hours and gradually is absorbed, and that's how you are building it in the body. So you don't want to wash it off.
Not right away.
With soap, not right away. Sunscreens are composed of sometimes dozens of chemicals, carcinogens, that are normally, if you put that in the food, they would lose their license and the owners would be imprisoned because it's extremely dangerous to put that in the food. But you're allowed to put it on the skin. Where is it going? After an hour, you put some more on it because it's gone. You absorb most of that stuff. These chemicals are highly absorbable. They enter the bloodstream, and where do they go? They go to the liver. And then the liver has to break them down, but that overtaxes the liver. You may go into that producing a lot of intrahepatic gallstones, and some of them accumulate in the tissues, in the connective tissues, and if they happen to be in the skin area, under the skin, they saturate there. You may develop skin cancer because you took the sunscreens. When they first introduced sunglasses, it started triggering a massive increase of cancers. It has everything to do with cancer. You are filtering out certain rays of the sun, which are supposed to enter. You're blocking them out. And the pineal gland, which receives the light in a different color formation, that means the entire spectrum of light, it is necessary for the body to have that light, the basic metabolic processes. Also, you have to allow UV light to come in. When you do that, you are producing a hormone in the brain that is responsible for the melanin production in your skin. So that's where your skin protection occurs. If you are not producing that, your skin becomes susceptible to even sunlight. Let's say you wear sunshades. The body thinks it's dark outside.
Okay.
And it doesn't make that hormone that is responsible for producing the melanin to protect your skin. The light is needed. Every cell communicates with every other cell through light. Our cells require sunlight to grow, reproduce themselves, so that you have a new body constantly created over and over and over again. When you are sitting indoors and the glass that allows the light to come through, it will filter out UVB. UVB is responsible for producing vitamin D in the body. UVA destroys vitamin D in the body. And if you were out in nature, like an African woman who walks, with the baby in the field, the baby gets the vitamin D, the mother gets the vitamin D, they don't ever overdose on vitamin D. And it doesn't happen when you're in the sun because UVA makes sure that you only have the perfect level of vitamin D. It will always destroy the excess that you produce, even if you are in the sun for 8 hours a day. If you're indoors, UVA comes in, destroys the vitamin D, and you become deficient because UVB is filtered out, doesn't come in, and you only make vitamin D from UVB.
Okay. Without vitamin D, we're at risk.
Absolutely.
Which we get from the sunlight.
From the sun. And many people say, well, take supplements. Nature didn't put vitamin D in human breast milk. Why? Because nature wanted to make sure it's not running through the digestive tract. It wants to make sure that you only produce it in response to sunlight by exposing the baby to the sun. So nature doesn't make mistakes. What we are doing is washing our hands constantly.
Yes.
We think that's an advance of society.
Germs.
It is backward. We need the germs. We have a lot of bacteria growing on our skin. And the bacteria keep the skin healthy and protect it and prevent invading organisms to infiltrate us. And therefore, the body is always healing itself of cancer all the time. The body knows how to heal cancer If we change the environment, the dietary habits, or sunlight, for example, people have more tumors in the winter. Why? Because vitamin D is low.
Okay.
And that's when people catch colds and the flu. You don't catch the flu. You're not having enough sun exposure, therefore you don't make enough vitamin D. 85% of Americans are vitamin D deficient. Every cancer patient is vitamin D deficient. That should tell us something.
A lot.
77% of all cancers can be avoided by you having normal vitamin D levels. If anything, in medicine would have a 77% like success rate, it would be the drug number one in the world forever. When you have normal vitamin D, you don't catch colds, you don't have the flu, you don't get sick, you don't get cancer. Most of the illnesses, diabetes, heart disease, they're all related to low vitamin D levels.